Okay, I'm live. Hi, good part of the day, my digital friends. Annadeeter is here, and it's Friday, 26th of February, and it is 20 minutes after noon, 12:20. So today we are going to continue our talk about what exactly every person who stutters on the planet needs to do to stop stuttering once and for all, to eliminate their lifelong blockage in almost no time. So if you are watching me and you are listening to this topic first time, I recommend that you go and listen to the previous live broadcasts that I had last week and the week before on Fridays, because this is now the only time I can make it on Fridays afternoon in Florida time, when I can sit here and share my time with you, my dear digital friends. So once again, my name is Annadeeter, and I am the first and unfortunately the only person on this planet who has skills, has a lot of experience and the knowledge, unique knowledge, can help you eliminate your stuttering from your life once and for all in almost no time. So almost no time. And if you, hi Riza Nazri on YouTube, hello, thank you for your hello. If you guys have questions right now, once again, I'm doing multi-streaming. Hello, in Vamsi, is that you? I keep waiting for you, Vamsi. Why don't you come to me if you are Vamsi that I'm talking about? You gotta come to me on Skype and talk to me. Okay, because you have the right to do this. If you are Vamsi, who I worked with, if you are from India and I worked with, and who made amazing progress and stopped stuttering and stuff like this. But if you still have any questions, you gotta come to me to talk personally. Okay, Vamsi? I'm available. I am available. Write to me on Instagram in a private message. We'll set up the time for our conversation. But let me explain to you what is it that we're going to talk about today. So, as I said, 2 weeks, yes, I'll ping you on Skype soon. Of course, you have all the rights to do that. I'm just wondering what's going on. Why are you not coming to me? So, okay, I opened something here on my computer screen, but that's not what I want. What is it that I want? Let me look. Okay, I have so much open. So today we're going to continue our conversation about what is exactly you as a person who stutters, stammers, or just nervous about speaking in public. If you have any difficulty communication, talking to people, saying words accurately and ease, you must take the 4 steps I'm talking about today. I'm sharing this information with everyone. As a matter of fact, I have created a so-called webinar where I was talking for about half an hour and explaining what stuttering is and what it is not. Hi, Prathusha. Thank you for joining me as well. So I have spent half an hour, of course, not half an hour, but much more, when I worked on that webinar. You just need 30 minutes of your time. Go listen to this webinar. It's still available. The recording of it is still available. 4 steps to take in order to stop stuttering and live your stutter-free life. So 4 steps that I was explaining in details. And this is not my speculation, my fantasy. This is reality. So I want you to tell me if you have watched the webinar. Riza, Nazri, have you watched the webinar? And people, I see a few people are with me right now on Instagram. Have you guys watched this webinar? If not, I recommend you go to livestutterfree.info and listen to it. Go register. livestutterfree.info. Register. And you're going to be immediately taken to the recording of my webinar, which is absolutely revolutionary information. It will help you understand what problem in your life you're facing in reality. What is stuttering and what stuttering is not. And for 2 weeks, we have discussed, last 2 weeks, we have discussed the first step, which was stop believing misinformation. Because what you believe is not reality. And okay, Riza wrote, why alone don't have stuttering? When you are alone, you do not have too many distractions. And somehow it's easier to focus and do it right when you are alone and no one distracts you. This is why you speak better, of course. You also don't anticipate that you have to make a good impression on someone, and you don't kind of push yourself, ooh, I gotta speak well, yeah, and you don't focus on other people. And of course, it makes it easier for you to speak better. But even alone, Riza, I'm sure you still are making mistakes. You may not even be aware of that. But there is no mystery. It's much easier for us to do something well when no one is watching us, when no one is distracting us, okay? When we are alone, okay? No distractions, okay? Best way, sing. You know what, Riza? Singing is not speaking. If you can sing well, it's great. It's a skill, but it's completely different from speaking. And I know you still believe a lot of disinformation. You believe there are a lot of people make these suggestions that you need to sing. By singing, you can only learn to sing. That's it. Because speaking and singing are totally 2 different skills. If you want to learn to sing, go ahead and sing all you want. But if you want to speak, then singing a lot will never help you. Never. Because it's kind of like, okay, let's take 2 musical instruments. The musical instrument is, let's say, a trumpet and a piano. If you play piano a lot, will it help you to learn to play a trumpet? Of course not. You need to do exactly what you want to learn. If you want to learn to speak, you need to speak. But first, you need to learn how to do it correctly. Riza, don't tell me. I don't know what you mean by this. Don't tell me. Okay. Why you tell me? Don't tell me. Riza, I don't understand your writing. Okay. So let me see if I have any questions here. And if not, we will continue. Okay. Vamsi wrote to me. Okay. Very good. So last 2 weeks, we were discussing the first 2 steps. Step number 1 Stop believing disinformation that you've been believing for your whole life. Like, for example, Risa, who wrote me on YouTube, he believed that he needed to sing. This is disinformation. If you want to learn to speak, you need to learn to speak. And no matter how much singing you're going to do, you will never learn to speak, to say words, not to sing words, but to say them. Okay? So, Risa, if you want me to give you more details, then write it in a better way, explain it in a better way, because I don't understand what you wrote here. Last week, we have discussed the second step, which was very, very important. And it was all about being positive. Stop being negative and just focus on being positive and believing that you can learn to do what other people have learned to do. That if other people have the same instrument, they have the same muscles, the same body parts, everything is the same. And they have learned to use in coordination their parts of the body, and they can say any word, anywhere, in front of anyone. They can do it. And if they can do it, then you need to understand and believe that, yes, you can do it as well. Okay? You gotta visualize, you gotta see yourself transformed. If you wanna listen more details, 2 more details about this step, my explanations about this step, I recommend you go and watch last Friday YouTube podcast, or you can go to Instagram. I also left it on Instagram. Okay? So I really recommend that you go and listen to my last week live broadcast. Okay, Risa, why you don't tell me how to stop stuttering? Do you know me, Lee Lovett? You know, Lee, it looks familiar, but I'm not sure who you are, because I actually communicate with thousands of people, hundreds of people every day. I've been in communication with so many people that I honestly do not remember even their names. I only recognize them when they become my students, when I work with them. And then, of course, I remember them. I communicate with them a lot, and I remember them. But Risa, when you become my student, of course, I will know you. I will learn all about you. I will ask you questions. I will ask you to share with me what your challenges are, what your struggles are. I will know it. Why? Because if I don't know, I won't be able to work with you. Before I can help you fix your difficulties, solve all your problems, I would have to know what's going on. I would have to give you a test. I would have to see how you can speak in different speech modes. And then I will be able to tell you what exactly you need to do to stop stuttering once and for all. I would know, but not before I gave you a test and I would look at you, I would see you. This is why I always invite everyone, come to me on a video platform. I need to see you before I can give you any recommendations, because we're all different. All people are different, and our problems in this life are also different. They may look similar, but everyone has a totally different mindset. Some people believe that white is good. Other people believe that gray is good. And go figure which is better. Okay, this is what I mean. Okay, Wanshika Minhas. Hi, hello. Happy to meet you again, second time, of course. Very happy, thankful for you to joining me, because this is what makes my life happier, when I see real people, when I communicate with real people, and when I help people and see their progress right in front of my eyes. That's what makes me want to continue with my work. It's my mission, it's my work, and I love it. Okay, so Hignfnf, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is. How can I become one of your students? It is very simple. Yes, you can become one of my students, and I am telling you what to do. I'm going to repeat, you probably missed this part. You need to go to livestutterfree.info. Join me there. Join livestutterfree.info. Okay, I don't know if you heard me, because I saw that kind of I dropped. So livestutterfree.info, and you're gonna immediately get on my smaller website. It's just newly developed website, because I wanted to share the webinar with everyone. Everyone, by the way, I recommend you don't just watch it, but spread it. Give this information to other people who stutter. Begin helping others. Because once again, you got to understand, we are all one. By helping you, I'm helping myself. By helping others, we are helping ourselves. And I really, really want you to help others. Have them watch my webinar. If you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and do it. Once again, livestutterfree.info. There is a link there where you can book a free consultation with me. Free. You don't need to pay a penny. All you need to be just, considerate of my time and your time, and don't do what some people do, especially from India. I don't know why it happens. People from India, I see their names look like they're from India. People schedule consultation, and then I get no show. They don't even respond to my emails. And when there is time, I am sitting here waiting. I'm prepared, okay? I open Zoom room and no one appears. I mean, it's just a complete waste of my life and my valuable time. So if you schedule, if you book the consultation, at least let me know that you cannot make it. Write to me, email me. And also, if you do not like Zoom, honestly, I don't like it either. Doesn't work for me much, okay? But I'm just doing it because the whole world is doing Zoom today, right? So if you don't like doing Zoom, if you do not have it installed on your phone, on your computer, write to me on Skype. Skype is also a free video platform, and then you're gonna get connected with me directly. So once again, to answer your question, HJGGNFNF, how can I become one of your students? Just write to me on Skype. Send me a Skype request. My Skype name is annadeeter, as one word, no capital letters. Annadeeter, one word, no spaces, no capital letters. And I will accept your request, and we will be in direct contact. We're going to decide what time is better for you. And I've been doing it for 10 years. It always worked. But now I'm doing Zoom, and I'm struggling a little bit because I don't like wasting my time sitting in front of the computer and see that people don't come and they don't even care. Okay, that I am sitting here. It's 45-minute consultation. It's a lot of time. Like 2 days ago, I had 4 appointments scheduled. 4. Okay, so that was the whole day. I was sitting in front of the computer waiting for people to come, and only one came. Only one. And I'm doing it for free. Free. So if you want to see me, no problem. Absolutely no problem. But be considerate of the time, because it's very important. It's the only possession we have, our time, right? The most valuable possession. Okay, let me see what you wrote. Wash hands. Hello. Oh, yeah. Riza, you cannot cure all the people of the world. You know what, Riza? I'm not a doctor. I do not cure anybody. And you are not a sick person. This, and again, by reading your questions, Riza, I can tell that you are completely confused. You believe so many pieces of misinformation. You're totally misinformed. You still believe that you're sick and you need a cure. You believe you need to do what? Singing. You keep giving me all these pieces of disinformation, and I can tell that they are in your mind. And we were talking about it last week. I don't know if you watched my last week presentation. So please understand that the second step, the first step is stop believing wrong information, because this information, misinformation, has kept you away, let me put it in this way, it has held you back from moving forward. The lies, the wrong mindset is holding you back, and you cannot move forward. You cannot simply become a speech master. You cannot learn to speak well because you keep thinking that you are sick, that you cannot speak, that you are this, you are that. You need to do breathing, you need to do singing, you need to do relaxation, all kinds of irrelevant and very harmful disinformation, misinformation, and to be exact, these are just trash, pieces of lies, and they simply distract you from the path to live a stutter-free life, just like all other people. Okay, let me see if there are more questions. If not, I'm going to go to the topic of today's conversation. Vanshika Minhas wrote, I want to know that your session are free or costly. I just explained. It's totally free. I just explained, because I want to join your session for improving stutter. The first session is 100% free, and it's in all the emails that you will receive. And if you listen to my webinar, which I recommend you do, I explain it there, that it's absolutely free. When you come to me, I talk to you one time, completely free, no charge. Because I know how much disinformation you still have in your head, and that you do need someone to explain to you that what you believe is a whole bunch of lies. They do not resonate with reality. It's just wrong mindset that you have, okay? And I do it freely. It's my mission. Nobody's paying me for this. The only people who do pay me are the ones who are already ready to invest in their life. But Of course, you are not ready to invest in your life because you still believe misinformation. You still believe that you are broken for life. Okay, so let me see where I want to join and what is the time. Okay, you know what? I'm going to type it right here. I'll type it for you. Okay? So hopefully you can see one. www.livestutterfree.info. Just copy this little link, put it in your browser, and you will immediately go to my webinar page. Yeah? Okay, you can register for that webinar, watch it. Once again, it's going to take you about 30 minutes. And I do recommend, guys, you do not just, I know a lot of you have very small attention span. You kind of get tired of listening and you just want, come on, I don't want to listen it. But if you don't listen, then you will not even understand what I'm talking about. And you will not understand what you need to do. So I have a gift for you at the end of the webinar. You gotta watch it to the very end. Watch it very carefully. Listen, I actually recommend that you even grab a pen and a notebook, a piece of paper, or whatever. Maybe you can make notes on your phone. But write down what you hear. Those of you who have been through college, they understand me. It's kind of a lecture, half an hour lecture. But the difference between the lecture you had in college, you probably just listened to it and whatever. It wasn't useful. But what I am talking about, my words, the information I share, I promise to you, it will help your life. I mean, help you change your life for the better. It will blow your mind, okay? Because I share the truth. I share a valuable information, okay? And I explain everything in details. I don't know if it's possible to go back and listen parts of it. This is why I recommend grab a pen, grab a paper, write down what you hear, okay? The more you listen to me, the more you pay attention to what I have to say, the more it will all make sense. Fahad Mehabo sent me request to be in the video. No, he got rid of it. Okay, Fahad, if you really want to be in the video, I have no problem. We can talk. So let me go now. So step number 1 is, if you remember, if you watched it 2 weeks ago, stop believing misinformation that has held you back and doesn't allow you to move forward with your life. If you want to know more, go 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks back, and watch my Friday podcast. What was it? I don't remember what was the date. So two Fridays ago. Step number 2 is you gotta simply believe that you can live a stutter-free life just like everyone else. Again, for more details, go to the previous Friday podcast. It's on YouTube, on Facebook, or here on Instagram. Anywhere it's available. Okay? So, okie dokie. Today we're going to talk about the 3rd step. And this step is one of the most important, of course. Because with this step, this is the part where I come in. I am in this step. Okay, my presence is necessary in this step. And the step is, it's called unblocking your speech to stop stuttering once and for all. What does it mean to unblock speech? I guess people who stutter kind of are familiar with the word blockage, blocked, because people who stutter always complain that something is holding them back. Something, they feel a block. Something blocks them to speak. And this is why what I do is called an unblocking effect. Okay? And this so-called unblocking effect has helped over 10,000 people from all over the world to stop stuttering. Over 10,000. I don't even know how many exactly, because as you know, maybe you don't, but I've been sharing information freely all the time. I've written many books. I share information because it's the revolutionary information, and my mission is to share information. So before I uncover more, let me first do this. I want to discuss what we call the old way to fix stuttering. I'm sure you know all about it. It looks something like this, where you come to a speech therapist or to some specialist, some practitioner, any other practitioner, who offers you various artificial, unnatural ways to deal with your stuttering, your lifelong stuttering. So, and these methods, they are currently being used around the world. And these methods and techniques are supposed to work, but in reality, they don't. They really don't work. So if you come to a speech therapist or someone else, whatever, there are so many people who offer various ways to deal with stuttering. So let me just mention them. Like if you go to a speech therapist, he or she will offer you some prolonging techniques, stretching speech sounds, tapping the speech rhythm with fingers, substituting some difficult words with easy words, insert maybe some additional filler words or sounds. They may offer you to do breathing exercises, all kinds of breathing practice. They may also sell you to do psychic or hypnotic effects, like hypnotherapy, relaxation therapy, light therapy, massages, and all kinds of stuff that you buy. You have been through. I know a lot of you have been through this. They also may even sell you drugs and dietary supplements. They may offer you various devices. You know this device when you put it in your ear? Okay? Vanshika Minhas wrote, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Okay, so device in your ear, that's what they may offer you to deal with stuttering. And some really uneducated people or miseducated people may even offer you some magical way to get rid of stuttering. Okay, magic. So the reason all these techniques don't work, will never work, and didn't work, and will never work, and don't work, is because they are all man-made and not natural. Please understand. They simply are not aligned with the natural physiology of your body. So many people, it's coming from everywhere. If you go on internet, if you Google, you're gonna find them all on internet. But so many people teach these harmful strategies. And all these harmful strategies that I just mentioned, they make the process so complicated, so confusing, and so long. And of course, the longer it takes, the longer you would have to keep coming back to them, right? To the ones who sell you all these methods, techniques, devices, advices, whatever you call it, right? And you keep struggling and keep coming back month after month, year after year, again and again and again. And you keep paying for this. Not a lot, a little bit, a little bit. Every time you have to come back, you have to pay. Every time. And I hear these stories from all my students. Every student comes to me and tells me this story. Every time a person who stutters gets his stuttering again, because yes, it comes back all the time. Because it's all artificial, it's not natural. The techniques and methods and stuff like this that conventional professionals or whatever, I don't even like calling them professionals, practitioners, conventional practitioners, all of these methods to deal with stuttering, they all are not physiologically linked to reality. They are not linked to the physiology of your body. Let me put it in this way, okay? This is why it never works. But you keep coming back month after month, year after year. All of those methods have only discouraged and frustrated people who stutter. Because you keep coming back, but it doesn't work. It may work a little bit for a short time, but then it doesn't work again. Because you still have no idea what normal speech is. What is it that you have as your instrument that you are using to say words? You still don't know. Nobody teaches you this. Nobody explains it to you. This is why you keep being confused. You keep coming to the same, I'm sorry to say that, confused, misinformed practitioners, speech practitioners. They have no idea what stuttering is. This is why they only can give you some artificial, unnatural techniques, okay? So, and how do I know that all these old ways don't work? How do I know that? Because if these ways work, then you wouldn't be here listening to me right now. You wouldn't be here, okay? So, and every person who stutters that comes to me has tried at least one, but many of these artificial techniques, unreliable, unpredictable, and honestly, harmful techniques. They've been doing it for years. They've done it for years of their lives with kind of very, very low success rate results to no success at all, no progress at all. And of course, to top it off, all of these old ways are exhausting. They de-energizing, they suck your time and money, and in the end, they don't solve the problem. They don't. You keep stumbling. You keep believing that something is wrong with you physiologically, that you have a bad brain, that you have bad genes, that you need a cure, and so on. You still continue believing disinformation, misinformation. So let me show you the new way. The unblocking effect changes everything, and this is what I teach. The unblocking effect changes everything, totally. People who stutter have blocks, and we talked about it. You guys are blocked. You feel it. You feel them. You're not paranoid. Yes, you do feel blocks. You are blocked. And these blocks restrict your freedom of moving your speech organs with ease. Okay, you can't move your speech organs, your tongue or other organs. You cannot move it with ease, with comfort. And there are only 2 steps to do this unblocking effect to make it work. Number 1, as a teacher, as an unblocking master, experience, 10 years of experience of unblocking thousands of people who stutter in 3 days or even less. Step number 1 that my students have to go through is to specifically identify their blocks that restrict them. So when you come to me, I give you a test and I guide you to see where your blocks are. What is it that you do that doesn't allow you, prohibits you, restricts you from moving with easier speech organs? I look at it, I see it, and I point to you, I explain it to you. This is why you stumble. This is why you cannot say the word accurately and with this. So step number 1 is to specifically identify the blocks you have that restrict you. And step number 2 is to address each of those blocks and determine how to remove them all. This is what I do. I see the blocks and I show you the way to remove them, not in weeks, months, and years, right away. This is what I do. I show you the clear path, what you need to do to remove those blocks right away, right in front of me. That's the big difference, right? So that's it, 2 steps. Find the blocks and remove them, okay? And then you can move your body with ease, with pleasure. You can talk to anyone in front of whoever you want, okay? Anytime, anywhere. That's what it is. So what is so special about this new way, and what's the actual secret ingredient that makes this unblocking effect work? What is it? What is so special about this unblocking? There is likely only a muscle skill that is missing. Muscle skill, you simply don't know how to operate your muscles. You have not learned it. Have not learned it yet completely. Yeah, you may know something, but not everything. You have not learned completely, have not mastered the skill of moving your speech muscles in coordination. Okay? So, or you may have a muscle action, you may perform the muscle action that needs to be adjusted. So you have learned to operate your speech muscles, but it's not accurately. It's not in the right word, in the right way. All you need to do is to simply adjust the movements of your body. Adjust them. Do it correctly instead of incorrectly. Okay? So, in a simple way, kind of like to summarize, you just need to train your mind to work with your muscles in a different way. You need to coordinate your mind and body. This is what all people on the planet do. When you hear them speak well, like for example, you're listening to me speaking right now. I'm not making mistakes. How can I make 0 mistakes when I talk in front of you? I don't even know who is listening to me, and I do not see anything written in front of me. How can I do that? It's very simple, because I have coordinated the way my body and mind work together. Coordination is the key, okay? So you need to train your mind to work with your muscles in a different way. And you know what? Your mind is absolutely wonderful thing. It's always ready to learn anything new, learn, relearn, and adapt. Your mind is very flexible. You basically can change your mindset in almost no time. Once you learn how to do it, you will be able just to do it. And you can do it forever. Forever. It's kind of like, you know, they say that once you have learned to ride a bicycle, you have a muscle memory and you can sit on the bike in 30 years, 40 years after you learned it and haven't used it for 30, 40 years. And you can simply, yeah, at first it may be scary. Actually, I have done. I haven't touched the bicycle for, I would say, 30 years, maybe more, maybe 40. I was a very good bike rider 40 years ago. Wait a second, I believe even more, 45 years ago, okay? I'm just thinking about my age. But I just lived without the bike and I didn't have a reason to use the bike. And now, when I live with a great bicycle path and it's safe to ride a bike, I've decided to try. I got a bike, I sat on it. Yes, it was a little scary to ride a bike. I was scared not to, fall off the bike. But guess what? I just started pedaling and it just came out right away. Right away, I could ride my bike because I did learn the coordination of my body and mind for riding a bike. And I still remember it. It's still in my muscle memory. I still remember. Okay? So this is why it's very, very important to understand. Okay. Let me see. Someone just wrote here. Manpreet. Hi, Manpreet. Good to see you. What causes fear of public speaking and why does it cause the stuttering to get worse? This is a very simple question for me, and I'm glad you asked this question. You gotta understand when we do something not really in a good way, and we know we are not good at doing it, not yet. So when we are doing it let me explain it in a simple way. When you just the beginner, you are a newbie, you're not really well at doing something, you don't have good skills. Yeah, when you are alone, you can do it, just no rush, no judgment anticipated from other people. You can do it better. It's exactly like when you are learning, let's say you decided to learn to play guitar, right? So you grab a guitar. Once again, if you don't know me, I used to play guitar and I guess I can still do it. Probably forgot a lot, but so you have learned how to take a few accords, right, on the guitar. And when you are alone, yeah, you can do it. You just put like this, like this, like this, like this. You change your finger. You take all the time. You just are not getting distracted by anything. And you are doing it pretty well. But then imagine you sit in front of people and you want to just show off and you want to, play a song that you barely know. You don't really know well. You haven't learned it well. And if you attempt to play in the way you would like to kind of show off, you will inevitably make a mistake. You will stumble. Your fingers are going to stumble. You'll forget where to put your fingers because you still have not learned yet how to do it well. Okay? The same thing is with speaking. You're not good speakers. You're not. You have not developed the muscle memory of your speech muscles yet. When you are alone, it's easier, of course. Nobody distracts you. Your attention doesn't go anywhere else, but it's on speaking. But the moment you see people, all of a sudden, people become important for you. Public speaking, again, instead of paying attention to your speech organs and to the words, selecting words that you want to say, your attention goes to people. And guess what? You get disconnected with your speech muscles. You no longer feel them. It's pure disconnection with your instrument. It's kind of, okay, I'm going to give you another example that I use very often when I explain this to my students. Imagine you are sitting in the room. Okay, your name is Manpreet. You're sitting in the room and all of a sudden you hear something goes, Manpreet! You're writing, Manpreet, and you go, huh? What will happen to your hand? It will immediately stop. Writing, then your attention goes to there and you get disconnected with your muscles. You no longer feel them. You no longer control them. That's it. This is why public speaking is a very, very important skill that you need to learn. And this is what I teach. I teach public speaking, private speaking, alone. When you know how to do it correctly and what exactly you need to focus on when you speak, you just don't care how many people are in front of you. You know what to focus on. You know why losing your attention, taking your attention beam, focus beam of attention from your speaking actions will inevitably bring you to blocks, stumbling. It will block you right away, block your speech immediately. And you will understand what is it that you need to do. Okay, if you don't know what to say, you're blocked, then you would need to know what you need to do, what all other people on the planet are doing when they, let's say, forget what to say, they got distracted. You would know what to do, how you're going to go back to your speaking actions, feeling your speech organs move. I know I'm talking right now about things that most likely you simply don't even know what I'm talking about, okay? So let me see. Hi, Adam's mom just joined on Instagram. No one asks questions on Instagram. Okay, so hopefully, Manpreet, I explained to you and you understood. Give me feedback. Did you understand what I'm talking about? The bottom line, of course, when you get distracted, you no longer feel your instrument, no sensory connection to your instrument. Your action, any action, will become worse. Any action. If you are riding a bike and you get distracted, you're going to fall off your bike. If you are writing, as I said, and you got distracted from writing, the hand will stop, or you're going to make a weird movement of your hand because your body, your muscle is no longer controlled. Okay, you no longer control it with your mind. It's coordination of body and mind. Okay, and of course, your speech becomes worse. It either stops completely, you are being blocked, or you make mistakes. You are making movements of your speech muscles incorrectly because you are no longer controlling. I hope I explained. Okay, how stutter develop? Okay, let me see. Manpreet. Okay, Vanushka wrote, how stutter develop? You know what? It's not stutter develops. It's a very interesting question again you asked, Vanishka. No, wait a second. Vanshika. Okay. Am I saying it right? Vanshika. Vanshika, you gotta understand that stuttering is a bunch of mistakes of a user of a speech instrument. Why you make mistakes, why the user is making mistakes, the answer is very simple. Because the user has no idea how to use his own speech instrument. Never learned, never completed coordinating body-mind device. So when we don't know how the instrument works, guess what we do? We can only guess. And this is what all people who stutter do. They simply guess. Every time they speak, they guess. It's kind of like playing a roulette. Sometimes you guess it right and you speak fine. Other times, most of the time, you guess it wrong and you stumble. So this is what I want you to understand. When you were born ready to learn to speak, ready to coordinate your body and mind, your mind and body. You were ready for that. And you started this natural coordination when you were a little baby. But at some point of your life, you stopped. You stopped speaking much. You stopped coordinating your mind and body for saying accurately all kinds of words. You simply stopped doing it. Okay? And guess what happened? As you grew older, you learned all kinds of disinformation, all kinds of lies. Sorry, I'm just saying the words the way they are. Misinformation that doesn't resonate with reality. You have learned a lot of incorrect things, and nobody ever taught you what is it that you need to do to say accurately any word. You were trying to figure it out, and as you were trying, you know what happened? You were still quiet. You were still fearful of speaking, and you are still lacking the experience of operating your speech instrument. You do not have enough experience. When I'm talking experience, it's just literally whenever a little baby learns to walk, the first thing the baby does what? Booms, falls down, right? But the baby still gets on the feet, whatever, on the legs, and keeps walking, falling down, getting up, walking again, and eventually the baby learns the coordination between the mind and the body. You guys are still that little baby in terms of speech. See, this is why I'm answering your question. It's not stuttering developed. It's you did not develop your speaking skills. And your skills are still underdeveloped. It's a muscle skill. Muscle skill of your body. It's still underdeveloped, unfortunately. You're still a newbie. And in order to fix your stuttering in a very short time, you need to understand what is it that you have, what instrument you have, how you're supposed to use it. And then just like that baby, begin using it, begin using it. This is the instrument, not your legs. This is our speech leg. That's how I call it. Every word is a path, the walking path for our tongue. You need to learn it to develop your speaking skills. Okay, you need to gain experience of walking with your tongue from the beginning of the word to the end of the word. Okay, so the moment you understand how your tongue is supposed to be used, just in the way all other people are using it. You're no different. You're just like me. Do you have a tongue? That's it. Do you have your lungs? The container with carbon dioxide air? Hi, Arwin. Thank you for your green heart and green flower. Very cool. Thank you. Okay. Do you have your brain a sack with liquid? Do you have it physiologically? You're 100% just like me. We're all the same. You're no special from that. The only difference between you guys and me is simple. I have coordinated my mind and body. I have coordinated it for walking with my tongue through any word I want. You have not completed this work. Yeah, you may have learned something, but not everything. And when you stopped speaking much as a child, that's when it happens. You stop speaking. You stop getting in, experience. Okay, getting a speaking experience, moving your tongue. And guess what? You still are underdeveloped. Your speaking skill is still underdeveloped. You may be a great writer. You may have developed a muscular skill of your hand and you can write beautifully. You can type beautifully. You can do whatever other things that we do with our muscles beautifully, perfectly. But you're still a newbie with the way to use your tongue for speaking. So this is why, once again, you do not develop stuttering. You simply stop developing your speech. And when you do not speak enough, of course, every time you begin speaking, you make mistakes. Okay? Because you're still like a little baby. Look how babies talk. I mean, not talk, walk. Not even talking about talking. Look how babies walk like this. They fall down. They are kind of awkward. They're clumsy. This is what you are when you are walking with your tongue. Please understand that. But the good news, it's very simple to fix. Very simple, because yeah, you're not a baby. Your consciousness level is pretty high. You can do it. And most of the time it works just, in 3 days or even less. I've had students who would come to me for 5-6 hours and the problem was solved. 5-6 hours, sometimes even 7. It's called a 1-day program. Okay? Guys, I see right now a lot of people are watching me. Please do not forget, I need your likes or dislikes. I don't care. You may not like what I say. You may like me. I need your reaction, because this is how Google and YouTube work. They need reaction of people. Please do it right away. I see only 1 like. Please give me likes right now. If you like what you say, give me like. If you don't like what I say, give me a dislike. Deal? Okay, let me see what other questions. Hi, dear Arwin. Yay. Arwin, come to YouTube. Come on. Come to YouTube and give me a like. Because you know me, right, Arwin? Arwin. Thank you for your likes here on Instagram, your hearts. Thank you. Okay, did I explain it well, Vanshika? If you still don't understand, yeah, you are right. Everything I'm saying resonates with people who still see reality, because, yeah, unfortunately, some people are so brainwashed so much that they even kind of don't see reality. They become blurry. Their mind becomes so confused. But I have more. Okay, Joe Ortiz. Yes, I remember you, Joe. Hi, Anna. How do we select speech topics? How do you select speech topics? It depends on the situation. Let me give you a situation. You are in the crowded bus. You're like, supposed to poor connection on Instagram. No. Whatever, I'll wait, reconnecting. Maybe I'm going to come back, but from my experience, I would have to restart. Okay, I may restart. Okay, I'll wait a little bit. Maybe it's going to restart on its own, reconnect. So here is the situation. You are on a crowded bus before COVID, when the buses were crowded. So you are just like sardines in the can to be connected to. Keep trying Wi-Fi. Do you want to temporarily use cellular data? Okay, cellular data. Let's try cellular data. Okay, I'm talking to my phone. Oh, yeah, it works. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me because I got disconnected for a short time. Okay, but I'm back. Let me know if you are still listening to me on Instagram. So, what is the topic that you will select on the crowded bus and all of a sudden someone stepped on your foot? Someone just stepped on your foot. What topic you will select? Get off my foot! Right? It depends on the situation. And of course, if you want to know the details, you need to come to me. You need to join my free consultation. Free. I don't know what you guys are afraid of. I promise I'm not going to buy it. I cannot do it. I am just online. So please just join my free consultation. Once again, I'm going to remind you, there is a free webinar, livestutterfree.info. Join me there, watch my webinar, and book the session with me. If you don't like Zoom, if you don't have Zoom, because I understand it may be really pain in the ass when you don't have Zoom installed on your phone, and then when you join the Zoom session, it goes forever. You have to install Zoom, you have to wait. So I actually encourage you to send me a Skype request. Skype really works well for me and for my students always. It's a free application. Install Skype on your cell phone and send me a Skype request, which is annadeeter. That's it. One word, no capital letters, annadeeter. Okay? So write to me and I will be happy to just talk to you and we'll decide what time is better for both of us. Okay? Let me see what other thing. So, Joe, did you understand me? Selecting of the speech topic depends on the situation. If I want to talk about a person, if I want to compliment a person, I'm going to select with my eyes, I'm going to look at the person and say, oh, I like your haircut today. I'm going to look at his hair, right? But if I don't want to look at the person's haircut. I want to, I don't know, to do something else at this moment, to talk about stars, then I will talk about stars. That's how it happens. Okay, Manpreet wrote, how do we prevent the distraction from happening during public speech? It's very simple. In order to prevent distraction, you need to know what is it that you need to be focused on. You need to be focused on things that you are supposed to focus at this moment. If you want, I'm just thinking about any example. Okay, here is example. You're riding a bike, something very simple. You're riding a bicycle. How do you prevent yourself from falling off the bike? How? You better pay attention to riding a bike, right? Pay attention. to feeling your muscles, to moving your hands, your legs, pedaling and stuff. Pay attention to what you need to do, or pay attention to the road. Look, select where you're gonna take your bike, right? You need to know what to focus on. But because people, young children who are just learning to use the bike, this is the reason they're falling off the bike. They have no idea how to do it. They have no idea. They sit on the bike and then they focus on their parents, for example, giving them instructions. They look, and they ride a bike and they hit the tree or like bump into a car or something. You need to know what to do at this moment, and then distraction will never happen. And even if you do get distracted, which does happen, of course, let's say you are sitting right now and all of a sudden, the explosion happens. Really, really loud noise. Would you be distracted by the noise? Of course you will. You will go, what happened? You will begin looking or maybe running to the window and just figuring it out. Maybe you're in danger, maybe whatever. And you will forget about anything you were doing before that loud noise, right? But in order to prevent any distraction from your actions, you need to know what to be focused on. Like right now, if you tell me there will be noises, there will be this and that, but your job is to keep talking, I'll do it. No problem. Because I know what I'm supposed to do, and I teach this to my students. In order to teach you this, I would require a couple of hours at least. You got to understand, everything I teach requires time. This is why when I teach my students, it's only 3 days. Only 3 days. Hi, R-I-J-A-S, Mohammed. Hi, thank you for joining. If you have any questions about how you can fix your speech, stop stuttering, and live stutter-free in almost no time, this is your chance. Ask a question, okay? So once again, Manpreet, let me know, give me the feedback. Did you understand what I was talking about? How can you prevent distraction? You need to know what exactly to be focused on and be focused on that. Then you will never get distracted. But I started talking about, even if you do get distracted, you get distracted, okay, that's nothing, no danger from me, explosion. That was just the loud noise of a motorboat here, because right now I'm looking at the ocean, okay? It's beautiful, no life threat right now. So I go back to whatever I was doing. I go back focusing on my speech actions. Okay. I have Mohammed wrote a question. Mainly, it's coming while calling on phone to strangers. Yes. It's for you. For you, that's the problem. And if I worked with you, that's what we would be working on. And the word mainly kind of gives me the whole story. Okay, Mohammed. It just tells me that whenever you are calling on the phone, you're focusing on the wrong things. You're not focusing on your speech actions. Why? Because you have no idea what to focus on. You don't know. It's the bottom line. If you don't know how to speak without mistakes, anywhere, anytime, in front of anyone, then whenever you are in front of other people, guess what? Your speech will become even worse. Even worse. You will get distracted. There is no other way. You will get distracted because you already don't know what to do. And other people distract you and just makes it even worse. So you need to understand what to focus on and then just ignore, basically. Ignore distractions. That's what I teach, okay? Whether it's speaking on the phone, whether it's talking to a large audience, whether it's even talking to your friends, to your classmates, raising your hand in the class and volunteering to offer an answer, it's all the same. This is what I teach. And the good news is that 3 days and the problem is solved. It's solved because you will understand what to do. Of course, you're going to need to do it. The main requirement after the class is just talk now, speak. Enjoy your speech, because the more, what's the other way to develop the muscle memory of your body? There is no other way. Muscle memory of your body. In case of speech, it's the tongue. Okay, let me see. Okay, no other questions on Instagram. Let me see what's going on here. Does this, okay, Joe wrote, does this mean I just do not know how to do it? No, of course. Of course. Because if you do know, you'll just do it. What's the problem? I'll give you a very simple example. Do you know how to spell the word, let's say, your name, Joe, right? J-O-E, 3 letters. Do you know what you need to write with your hand? Do you know this? What letters to write? What movements of your hand to make? Do you know it? You go like J-O-E. Do you know how to do it? I guess you do, right? You do know. Can you write your name when you are alone? Of course you can. Now, let's say you are in front of the class of students, okay, a lot of students in the class, and you need to write your name over presentation slides. You just grab a pen or a marker or whatever, and you need to write your name on the board in front of the whole classroom of students. Can you do it? My guess is, of course you can. Because you have developed the muscle memory of your hand going J-O-E. That's it. But if you have to say the word Joe, my guess is you have no idea what movements of your tongue you need to make. You simply don't know it. Hi, Yasin! Yay! How are you? Thank you for joining me today. Yes, Yasin. Okay, so once again, if you do not know how to move your muscle exactly, you're not sure, you will always guess. You will continue guessing, and sometimes you may guess it right. Okay? So if you guess it right, then congratulations. But unfortunately, most of the time, people who stutter guess it wrong because their head is filled with all kinds of misinformation pieces. They believe things that do not resonate with reality. Okay, Joe, give me feedback if you understood what I told you. Okay, Lina Vertauen. I don't know, apologize, I don't know how to read your last name. Lina is easy. Is abdominal breathe, oops, just lost it. Okay, Joe, thank you for your feedback. Is abdominal breathing efficient for curing stuttering? Lina, this is just a piece of disinformation again. You just ask any baby, ask a baby, hey, little one, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, what breathing practice are you doing when you say words? Ask any normally speaking person, what is the breathing practice, abdominal, intercostal, whatever practice, breathing practice, people do when they speak. Normal people will look at you and say, huh? What? I don't do any practice. Breathing? Why would I do breathing exercise? For what? Please understand, breathing is the most natural function of your body. Breathing is something that happens automatically. When you are asleep at night, who is controlling your breathing? Who is doing breathing for you? Someone up there. God, right? Or Mother Nature. You need to understand that breathing is none of your business. Forget it. A lot of miseducated, confused practitioners do this. A lot of them. And I'm here not to blame them, but I'm just feeling sorry for the ones who still believe this old information, misinformation. No, to put it in a short way, you need to understand that you do not need to do any kinds of breathing practice, because by doing it, you simply destroy the natural breathing function of your body. You have it, do not mess with it. Forget about all the breathing exercises. Forget about them. Because speech is a muscular skill. When you do not use correctly your body, you may block your speech. You may block your breathing. Yes, you may abuse your body by doing all kinds of breathing practice, because when you are focused on breathing, you cannot speak. It's impossible. Impossible to speak. And this is like people who have practiced too much of breathing exercises. They're the hardest to deal with. I mean, not for me, but it takes them some time to understand that breathing happens automatically. Forget about it. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to breathe. Breathing will happen on its own. Okay, so let me see. I have some questions here that I didn't react to. Okay, Lena, give me feedback if you understand, okay, what I explained to you, and you can ask some other questions. Okay, Instagram, Arwin wrote, every situation and words and also talking to friends are frightening for me. It's hard for me to deal with people. Arwin, of course it's hard, because I'm going to repeat. I don't know if you heard in the beginning, I was talking about it. I see that you joined later. When you talk, you use your muscle. And if you still do not have coordination of your mind and body, and you are still in the learning stage, you're still a newbie, you still do not know how to use your speech instrument, of course, the results of your speech play, because this is how I call, we all are musicians. We are speech musicians. We're using the speech instrument to play the music of our voice, okay? The music of our voice, or to say it in a simple way, it's to play the words from start to finish. If you do not know how to use your instrument, you will be making mistakes. And you will hear what's coming out of your mouth, and you will feel embarrassment. You will be embarrassed. And guess what? When we are embarrassed, making a fool in front of others, do we want to continue doing it? Of course not. We stop doing it. Oh, they're laughing at me. I'd rather not do it. If they're gonna laugh at me, I'm not gonna speak anymore. And at some point of your life, Arwin, you stop talking much. You spoke only when you absolutely had to speak. And guess what happened? You robbed yourself from the experience, adjusting to your speech instrument, adjusting naturally. Children do this because they make mistake and continue speaking. Others laugh at them, but they don't mind, they don't care, they continue speaking, adjusting their muscles to the correct way of speaking it. Okay? They keep talking. This is why, Arwin, it's still horrifying for you because you're still a newbie. You may be already an adult. I'm guessing you are an adult. Okay, Arwin? But you speak like a little child. You repeat words, you go you go whatever, block, you prolong some sounds. This is how children speak when they are very young. And when children speak like this, what do adults say? They say, oh, this is so cute, right? But when you become an adult, it's no longer cute. You got to understand, people react. And the reaction is not necessarily laugh because they want to hurt you. It's because of the comical situation when you come to, to someone and you want to say, show me this, whatever, to your friend, show me your phone or something, a picture. You want to say, show it to me. And you go, shh, shh, shh. Of course, people don't understand. Why can't you say show? Why can't you just move your tongue? Show. Why? And people may laugh. People may smile, not because they want to hurt you, because it is funny. It's so simple for them, but not for you. So if Arwin, if you want to fix your speech and of course your life, I'm here, I'm available. Schedule a consultation, free consultation with me. It's free, you don't have to pay. Just make sure that when you book the session, you come, because I hate sitting here and seeing, just want to fix my hair and it doesn't work. Okay? I just hate wasting my life on sitting here, waiting for free consultations and people just don't even come. No show, no response to my messages. I don't like it. Okay, so Arwin, let me know if you understood what I was talking about. Okay, he loudly. I'll get to you. I will answer questions on YouTube. Okay. Could Mahmoud wrote to me. Oh, Lena wrote, thanks for reading my comment. I appreciate, of course. You need to write your comments. You need to ask questions. Guys, this is your time. You right now are looking at a person and listening to a person who has all the answers to solve your life challenge, to solve your life problem. You know what's the worst and the stupidest question? It's the question that you have not asked. You had it, but you were shy to ask. Write down your question. I am right here to answer. Okay? So here is Mahmoud Road. Could meditation and some yoga make me fluent after relaxing process occurs? Mahmoud, this is another lie. I am so sorry. Let me ask you a simple question. What is meditation? When meditation happens, it's kind of like relaxing your mind, right? Stop the brain chatter. So you are sitting in your mind. You are in your mind. You are meditating. You're listening to your breathing. You are just being with whatever, not in this world. Meditation happens here in our mind. Speech happens below our eyebrows. Speech is a muscular skill, Mahmoud. How much do you move your speech instrument when you meditate? You don't. You are meditating in silence. If you want to learn a muscular action, you need to activate those muscles. You need to move the muscles. Meditation is another lie that unfortunately too many young people are encouraged to go to. And a lot of my students, when they come to me, they have told me, I've been meditating for 2 hours in a day, for 3 hours every day. And I ask them, and how does it help you to learn to coordinate the movements of your tongue? How does it help you? It does not. You will never be able to move, as you say, fluently. I don't like this word, but you mentioned it, then I'm going to use it. Fluently. Your tongue, if you have not trained it, if your tongue still has not developed the muscle memory, you don't know how to move your tongue. No matter how much you're going to be praying to God, meditating, sitting in your head, thinking about things, fantasizing about things, your tongue will remain underdeveloped. Underdeveloped, the tongue still doesn't have a muscle memory. You still don't know how to speak. And every time you would have to speak, you would begin guessing. Should I move my tongue like this? Should I do this? Should I look away? Should I breathe? Should I relax? Should I whatever substitute word? You will continue doing this because you did not move your tongue. No practice. Do you understand that? Okay, Mahmoud, give me feedback. Did you understand what I wrote? What I said? Okay, so to answer shortly, could meditation or some yoga make me fluent? Briefly, no, it's a waste of your time. Okay. Lena, yes, thanks for explaining. Thank you, Lena, for your feedback. Okay, let me go now here because I have a question on Instagram. Wave. Heal out, he got, I cannot wait. Okay, I found. Oh, that's a long question. Okay, how to forget what we have, that we have a stuttering. It's impossible to forget, my dear. Impossible, because you have it. Imagine you have never learned how to ride a bike. Okay, no, let me give you another example. You have never learned how to swim, okay? Never learned how to swim. How can you forget that you don't know how to swim and dive in the deep water and begin swimming? How can you do that? You never learned to swim. You don't know how to swim. Dive in the water. Forget that you don't know how to swim. What will happen to you? You're going to die. You'll sink right away. It's impossible. Every time you begin speaking, you will begin making mistakes because you're still guessing. You don't know what to do. You don't have the skills of moving your tongue. Muscle memory of your tongue is not existent. This is why every time you begin speaking, you will stumble. You will, I promise, especially in public. You need to learn how to speak, how to move your tongue, and then you will never worry about stuttering because you will know what to do. Okay, Hilalhi, I hope you understood me. Give me feedback. Did you understand what I was talking about? Okay, now back to YouTube. Okay. Oh my G think, ma'am, did yoga work in stuttering? I just explained all. Okay, I just explained. It's a waste of time. No, yoga doesn't work. Yoga distracts you from moving your body. Yoga worsens stuttering. Yoga, I mean, any time you spend in here, because yoga isn't here, unless you do yoga exercises and you move your body, you do charanga, whatever you call it, okay, you move your body muscles, but still, you don't speak. You don't move your tongue. You will never learn to speak by doing yoga. Okay. And also you ask, ma'am, how to speak slow? You know what? Normal people never worry about how slow or quickly we speak. I don't care how slowly or quickly I speak. This is another piece of disinformation in your head. And you know what? This is not only in your head. A lot of people, millions of people believe that they need to speak fluently, that they need to run in speech. Run. A lot of people. Or speech therapists, unfortunately, tell them you need to slow down. Or parents. I've heard so many times that my students say, my mother, my father told me you gotta slow down. Slow down, take a deep breath. All kinds of pieces of wrong advice, wrong recommendations. And unfortunately, you still believe this disinformation. Once again, we don't care quickly or slowly. You need to speak accurately. Do you understand the word accurately? Every word should be accurate. And when you say the word, you need to be at ease. It should be pleasant, easy, comfortable. Okay? And if it's not comfortable, then guess what? You will never fall in love with speaking. Never. And how can you force yourself to speak if you hate it? You hate speaking. You feel embarrassment. It's normal. When we don't like doing things, we simply prefer not to do them. So once again, to answer your question, this is a wrong focus. You don't need to slow down. You need to learn how to do it correctly, accurately. When I speak, sometimes I speak quickly, sometimes I slow down. It depends on many, many things. If I know what I'm talking about, if I know words, if I'm not sure what word to say. I speak 2 languages. If I want to say something and all of a sudden I know the word only in Russian and I forgot how the word sounds in English, can I speak quickly? Do I need to slow or I need to slow down? Of course I would slow down because I need to search for that word, to search it in my memory. What is it that I need to do? Okay. So this is the word. How do I say it? Okay, this is in Russian. What does it call? What is it called in English? I gotta take time to recall the word in English. Once again, forget about speaking slowly. You need to learn to speak correctly. Do you see the difference? And then you can do whatever you can. Sometimes faster, sometimes slower. It depends. Whenever you are accurate. Okay, so more questions here. Mohammed Road. While while talking a story, telling probably, while telling a story to anyone, while explaining an incident to anyone, while traveling, asking the name of the places, while speaking to close one like family friends. So what? Okay, I want a question. I don't understand your question, Mohammed. You just listed probably all the situations when you have difficulty expressing yourself, right? So those are all the times when you are not focused, you get distracted from speaking actions, and you do not know how to perform these speaking actions well already. And when you begin guessing, and at the same time you have a lot of distractions like family, friends, or whatever, asking name of the place, whatever you wrote to me, talking, I mean, telling a story, it's a skill. You need to have a big tongue vocabulary, huge, humongous tongue vocabulary. And if you do not have it, you can't. You can't speak. You will always be struggling. I call it the tongue vocabulary, tongue muscle vocabulary. This is what you are missing, Mohammed. But the good news, it's very easy to learn. Yes, it's a little time consuming, of course. You need to learn words before you can speak. Words with your tongue, okay? But it's easy to fix. Okay, so give me feedback, Mohammed, if you got it, if you understood me. Joe wrote. Okay, let me see what he wrote. Oy, I see online of adult people who start to fix their problem, and they said that they started speaking all day and in uncomfortable situations, and they speak well now. Is this because develop muscle memory? Of course. Of course, Joe. Once again, let's go back to the guitar. You want to play the guitar. You know, when I was young, I really loved music, and I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a musician, like all young people, many, many young people. And I would grab a guitar and I would play it everywhere. All day long, I would walk everywhere with my guitar. In Russia, we would get together with friends. Guitar was in the middle of the room and everyone was playing guitar, singing songs together. In the beginning, when I just learned how to put my muscles, my fingers, it would be very, very slowly, of course. I would just, 3 accords kind of. But as I practiced more and more, I did these correct accords more and more. Guess what? It became so easy for me. And I started playing my guitar and singing songs, and everyone, Anna, play this song. Anna, let's sing this song. Here is the guitar, Anna, here, play it. I'm like, wow, let's do it, yay. But if you don't know how to play guitar, will people ever want to sit down with you and listen to you? They are not going to be listening to ping, 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 ping. Not sure how to play a song, right? They're not going to be waiting for you. That's real life. Joe, all you need to have the muscle memory. The muscle memory. If you play the guitar, I needed the muscle memory. See, even now, I'm doing it because I know how to do it. I still remember how to hold the guitar, how to move my fingers. Okay, I still remember it. Give me the guitar, I'll play. Maybe not as well because I haven't done it for years. I would probably need some time to recollect, kind of refresh my muscle memory, because they say use it or lose it, right? But it's the same as riding a bike. Okay, Joe? All you need to develop the muscle memory of your tongue. And guess what? I'm the only one who can give you this simple information. I have not met even one speech practitioner who would have this information. They are not trained to teach you this skill. They are not. Unfortunately, speech therapists, speech pathologists, and other conventional practitioners, they are not trained correctly. And I was there. That's how I know. They keep training you to break words in parts, to add something, some additional sounds to the words, to manage breathing. Again, I don't want even to go back. Okay, so this is all incorrect information. Okie dokie, Joe. Okay, so Joe, give me feedback if you got it, what I was talking about. Let me go now to Instagram. He and why when we have anxiety we stutter. My dear, why do you have anxiety? You have anxiety because you know you're gonna stutter right now. Please understand. It's again, everything is upside down. What is anxiety? Anxiety is when we are fearful about the future. We know we're gonna do something and we're gonna stumble. And we're gonna make a mistake and people are gonna laugh at us. That's why we become anxious. I don't know why he dropped. Okay, if you're gonna listen to me, I don't see now anyone is watching. Maybe it's again bad connection. But anyway, it first goes stuttering. You are fearful of speaking, of making mistakes. You're fearful of that. And that's why the moment you are in a speaking situation, you know you're going to have to speak right now. You know someone will ask you a question and you're going to stumble. You become anxious. Your heart rate will begin. Boom, 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 boom. Why? Because you are afraid. You are afraid that you're going to make a mistake. How do you fix it? Learn to perform correctly the muscle action. Do it a lot, and then your self-confidence will go up, 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 and up. You will grow your self-confidence because you will gain a lot of experience. Yeah, every time I moved my tongue like this in the correct way, it works. No matter where I am at right now. I may be in front of a little dog. I may be with a little 6-year-old child. I may be alone, or I may be in front of a whole big audience. It doesn't matter. Because you now know what to do. All you need to do is just to do it. Guys, I still do not have. Guys on YouTube, I am working so hard answering your questions. Can you give me at least likes? Give me likes right now. Likes. This is going to encourage me to come up next week. Okay? To come here and answer your questions. I need your likes. We need to spread this information around the world. 80 million people are suffering today. Begin helping them. By helping them, you're going to help yourself. I still don't see likes. What's going on? So many people are watching. I guess you don't like what I'm saying, but you are saying yes, you're in agreement with me. Akash, you said yes, then give me like. Okay, let me see. And someone else wrote, hi, Anna, I appreciate you. Then give me like. Let me see the like right here on YouTube. Okay, Arwin, give me like as well, because you said thank you. He wrote, when I become angry, I forget that I have stuttering and I speak fluently. Exactly. When you become angry, you are focused on your anger. You're focused and you express your anger because nothing else matters for you at this moment. You're right. But unfortunately, This moment doesn't last too long. You're not going to be walking around angry everywhere, right? I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry. No, you got to be able to express not just your anger, you got to be able to express your ideas, your desires, your ask a question, all kinds of emotions, your excitement, your nervousness, your anxiety. You got to be able to express your emotions, any emotion, in words. Words. And how do we create words? With the movements of our tongue. But if you don't know how to move your tongue, guess what? You'll be in trouble. You won't be able to do it. Okay, you will stumble. Okay, Hilalhi, you simply need to build up your tongue vocabulary. Learn to say words with your tongue. With your tongue, nothing else is important. Okay, I gave you already 1 like of your videos. Thank you so much, Akash. But this, give me the like to this video. This video. Okay. Yes, me too. I gave like as well. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. So I don't know, maybe it's not showing to me because what I see now that 10 people are watching and only 1 like. I don't know, maybe it's wrong. Who knows this technology? Whatever. So let's continue. Let me see if there are any, because your video makes sense. Of course, everything I say makes sense. This is why I'm so passionate. And guys, please do not waste your time on looking elsewhere. Don't. Save yourself time. Okay, Lena wrote, can you please give us some tips to train our tongue? I've literally tried everything and nothing worked. I actually have a small stutter, but it becomes severe during public speeches. Lena, dear, tips are for stupid people. I am sorry to say that. Tips are for completely, let me just explain myself, okay? I don't want to use bad words, but it's again something that you have in your mind. You are looking for tips. Now let's talk about another thing. Let's talk not about speaking, because I just explained. Speaking is a muscular action. Muscular, someone just called me. Okay, it's a muscle action, the muscle of your tongue. Yes, you need to learn to move your tongue. Now let's take any other action, muscle action, so you could understand why the word tips doesn't work. Let's say you want to learn to fly a helicopter, okay, or an airplane. You want to learn how to do it, right? At this moment, you go like, okay, you just type a message to a pilot who knows how to fly a helicopter, and you ask him, can you please give me a tip how to fly a helicopter? How to train my body to fly a helicopter? Or let's take something simple. You type a message or ask a driver, a instructor who teaches in driving school, and you want to learn how to drive a car. And you ask, can you please give me a tip how to drive a car? Do you understand how ridiculous it is? What will you do with a tip? What tip will the driving instructor give you? He'll say, come to me, let's sit down next to each other. I will show you how to put your hands on the wheel, what to do with your body, how to move your head, what mirror to use. It's a lot of things you need to understand. And they all need to be demonstrated. You need to sit across me and just do it. This is the only way you can train your tongue. I need to show it to you personally, To teach you how to train your tongue, it requires about 5 to 6 hours, personally. 5 to 6 hours for a student to understand how the instrument works and to do it practically under my guidance. Because even if I show it to you, at least something right now, I have no way to see whether you do it right or wrong. And you may say, oh, no, it doesn't work. You may not do it correctly, but you'll say, oh, what Anna is just showing to me doesn't work. But you're not doing it correctly. And there is no annadeeter to see and to guide you if you are not doing it correctly. Do you understand it? Yeah. So Lena, who asked me the question, yeah, I gave like to this also. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, Lena wrote, Lena, I feel like you are the last hope for me, I swear. Actually, your feeling is right. When people come to me, they are already like, oh, I'm sick and tired with this stuttering. I cannot take it anymore. They've tried it all. That's what happens. And that's what happened. 3 days, the problem is solved. Okay, Chavan Rahul 53, do you really want to be in my Skype? I mean, in my call, go live with Chavandra. Okay, I can go with you live. Let's see if you are gonna come up here live. Cancel. Waiting for to Chavan Rahul. I'm waiting for you, Chavan Rahul. Do you want to talk to me or you don't? If you want to talk to me, okay, disappeared. Cancel. Got scared. It happens all the time. Okay. OM wrote, how I can connect with you. Let me repeat again. I've said it many times. The way to connect me is very simple. You are connecting me right now, but you can simply go live Stutter-Free.info. It's in this chat up there. You can scroll up and see live www.livestutterfree.info. Okay? Go there, register there, watch my webinar. Lena, by the way, watch my webinar. It's only half an hour. It says 45, but when I was recording it, it was 45 minutes, and then we kind of made it small. It's only 30 minutes. 30 minutes of your life. Listen to the webinar. And then there is a link to book an appointment with me. You can make an appointment through Zoom. There is a link there. Or I actually encourage you to connect with me directly via Skype. Then I hope there will be no show appointments. I just hate wasting my time. It's absolutely free. Connect with me on Skype. It's a free application. If Skype is not available anymore in your country, write to me on WhatsApp. WhatsApp, my telephone number, WhatsApp number is everywhere. I can even tell you 323-896-1214. It's my WhatsApp number. It's my cell phone. You can reach me anytime. Of course, be considerate of my life because there are differences in time zones. So before you call me, you need to type to me. We need to agree what time we're going to talk. Okay? Okie dokie, there is another Hilal he wrote. Okay, Hilal he I already addressed. Mean it's, oh no, there is no question. Okay, thank you so much for your likes on Instagram. Thank you. Okay, let me see, where did I stop? OM wrote how I can connect you. So once again, connect me on Skype. Annadeeter, one word, no capital letters, no spaces. Write to me. Annadeeter. Send me a Skype request and you're going to be directly connected with me. Skype is my classroom. I've been teaching on Skype for 10 years. With 100% success, by the way. Okay, 100, not less. Okay, let me see what else we have. Akash wrote, we have to practice to drive a car. Of course, I have to get experience by driving ourselves only to be a good driver, like you said, Anna. Absolutely, Akash. But before you can drive the car, you need someone to show it to you how to do it. You need a teacher, a mentor. Okay? This is what driving schools are for. This is why you have a person, and the driving teachers, they have like a set of the pedals, the wheel, right? So if you don't know how to move your body correctly, they're going to save your life. They're going to do it for you, right? So Akash, you're absolutely right. We need a mentor. We need someone to show to us how to move the tongue, how to do it once and for all. And once you know you've developed the muscle memory of your tongue, just forget about all this BS called stuttering. You know what to do, you'll just do it. Okay? THSSYL wrote, hey, how are you? Still alive and kicking. Talking to you. Okay. If you have any questions about what speech is, what stuttering is, how do you fix your life, your speech in almost no time, this is your time. Write your question down. Type it down. Okay. Okay, Akash wrote, when I first saw the Anna's video from day one, she became my only hope till now. Yes, Akash, thank you for these words. Lena wrote, me too, Akash. And Akash wrote, yeah, Lena, of course, because her video makes sense correctly, yeah. And Joe wrote, yes, Anna is the only one that makes sense. Hey, thank you guys for this conversation. I'm just reading the thread. Two people are talking to each other in this thread. Okay, again, thank you so much. Of course, Vanshika, just don't forget giving me your likes, okay? And don't forget to spread the message. I know you cannot spread the message on those stuttering forums, because all these forums from stutters, they all are run by speech therapists, speech pathologists, by confused people who sell you all these wrong pieces of information. They sell it to you. And that's why when you even mention the name of annadeeter, when you even mention 3-day course, that you can fix your problem in 3 days or even 1 day, because 1 day is really not that expensive, and a lot of people keep taking the 1-day course. Okay? When you even mention, they ban you, they block you, they don't allow my name. My name is like a curse. Okay. And Vanshika also wrote, your session are given motivation to us. Of course, because you guys are giving you motivation with your likes. And you know where I get my motivation? I see the results of my work. I see people succeed. I see people, and again, go watch the webinar. Akash, have you watched the webinar? I'm not sure who I'm talking to. Maybe you're the one who has communicated with me already on Zoom, or because guys, you got to understand, I communicate with so many people. So Can you please write to me everywhere on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram? Have you watched the webinar? Just give me this piece of information, okay? Give me the feedback. Then I'll know who I'm talking to. Okay. Yes, ma'am. On Facebook. Okay. So we communicate on Facebook. Good. But have you, Akash, have you watched the webinar on my livestutterfree.info? This is the only place where I have the webinar. I don't have this webinar anywhere else. And the reason I do not upload it to YouTube, like for free viewing, because I just kind of created the space where is the webinar and immediately the link to book the session. It's kind of like a new technology. I'm also learning how to use it. It's for convenience, okay? How old are you, sister? Hey, brother, I'm 62 years old. Brother. And what does it have to do with the way you speak and you want to fix your speech? Or maybe you're here not for fixing your speech and getting rid of stuttering. Then you're in the wrong place. Get out of here. Okay. So yes, I did watch webinar. Thank you, Joe. And then you, of course, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, guys. Hope I didn't forget anybody. Any questions? I've been live for 2 hours. God, I have given myself a pledge not to be here for more than an hour. Brother. It is funny. Because he asked me, how old are you, sister? Okay. He's my brother, obviously. Okay, lots of love to you guys. See you next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about the last step, number 4. And if Joe watched my webinar, he already knows what that step is, and we'll talk about it. Let me repeat step number 3, because I did not pay much attention to explaining to this step. Step number 3 to your stutter-free life is called unblocking your speech and life. Unblocking. And you will never be able, I don't want to say never, you may be able to unblock your speech in years, maybe. I doubt, because you still believe too many lies in your head. So if you want to fix your speech once and for all, get rid of the lies and focus only, be always positive and focus only on yes, I can. Yes, I can learn to speak like everyone else and even better. Then you got to come to me and you do the unblocking of your confused mind. Okay? Lots of love to you. You said get out of here. That's so rude. Okay. If you believe it's rude, then it's rude. But don't you think that asking a woman about her age is not rude? It's also rude. You don't ask a woman how old she is. It's a good thing I don't care about it. I can proudly tell you that I am 60 or 80 or 90. I don't care, because my age is my treasure. But a lot of women are very sensitive when you ask them about their age. This is very rude. Anyway, lots of love to you. Lots of love to you. The guy who asked me about my age as well. See you next week, Friday, Freedom Friday, around the same time, between 12 and 1 p.m. Florida time. Okay, it's kind of in between the time zones. And I see right now 8 people still left. I am expecting to see at least 8 likes. Okay? So I'll give a kind of like a couple more minutes because I see more people joined. It's a question. I need to hear your speech. I need to hear your speech. Okay. Hi, Gato. I remember this name. I think this is not the first time Gato has joined my stream. Okay, guys. See you next week. Lots of love to you. And thank you also for your time. And thank you, Lena. You wrote that it was interesting. I do my best to entertain you. I'm not a good entertainer. I know people love to be entertained. That's the reason they come to YouTube. They want to be entertained. Okay, Akash wrote, okay, I'll join next Friday, and I appreciate you already. You know what? I recommend you come to me. Oh, you're Akash, yes. Get to work, earn money, and take at least one day course. Akash, you know what I'm talking about. But of course, it's up to you. Arwin sent me flowers. Thank you so much. That's a gentleman. Not asking about my age, but sending me flowers. Mwah. Thank you so much, Arwin. Thanks for your time and energy. Lots of love to you. Bye-bye. Okay, and broadcast.